Hello, viewers, and welcome to Decidedly Neapolitan. How do you like the name? It's kind of a mouthful, Logan pointed out, but it coincides with our server, Decidedly Vanilla. Vanilla being a plain, or let's say classic, or let's say original flavor. And Neapolitan, of course, being that ice cream. If you haven't seen it, it's got, well, some variations. Oh my gosh. Some variations are chocolate, strawberry, and, well, I guess vanilla. But there's also different variations that have some other flavors. It's an Italian thing, I do believe. But that's not the point. The point is that we are on a modded server. Now, I can say technically the server's mine in that I put together the mod pack and I am paying for the hosting for this. I can also mention that anyone who is on the Decidedly Vanilla server has received a, hey, you're welcome to be on here at any time you want. We're not going to have the same, what am I looking for here? GUI, there we go. We're not going to have the same requirements. Let me see how crowded this looks. Yeah. That we would on the Decidedly Vanilla server, which, as a general viewer, you may not be aware of the guidelines that we have for the vanilla server. But basically, we have a set of guidelines that we want to follow to try to make sure we have consistent content coming out on the home server. I don't want this to take away from that, so we're not going to be requiring any sort of recording. As a matter of fact, I've made it clear to some of our members, you know, if you just want to use this as a thing that you get on to kind of relax and just hang out and not worry about recording at all, that's fine. Oh gosh, come here. No problem. I want to get as many of our Decidedly Vanilla members on here. We may also allow some of our friends, some of our close friends, and some of our family. I know that I will be encouraging my sons to play on here, so long as it can run on our slightly slower living room computer. But I am excited. Modesty shut down, and that made me sad. And I wanted to replace that hole in my heart with something. Now, as for what mods are included, I can tell you, I'm not going to go through a list. That could be unexciting. There is a link to a mod list, very nicely organized, I may add, in the video description below. But it's got all the basics. The thing that excites me is, okay, I've played Forestry before. I've played Tinker's Construct before. I've played whatever else might be included in here, because it's all the classic mods. But they are updated. They're updated for Minecraft version 1.7.10. Now, we're in Minecraft, 1.8 currently, right? So we're going back in time, but a lot of the mods, that thing has a sparkle to it. I didn't add anything that adds mods, so this is something, I mean, specifically something that makes crazy mobs. He is glowing for a different reason. Warped Spider. I do not know what mod adds that. Might be Thaumcraft. Yeah, it's Thaumcraft. I gain temporary warp. Warp is a mechanic, one of the new mechanics that I will have to explore. So Astafar, Astafar, that should be a real word, Astafar. As far as where we should begin our journey here, I'm not quite sure. Right now, I'm just doing the very basic getting established. I don't have a specific plan, but I do... Ah, no! I do have some general goals, and that is not any of them. None of my goals include what just happened there. My general goals are to explore the different mods. At first, sort of individually, and then, of course, together. Maybe find unique ways to mix them together. Now that, in itself might not necessarily be super exciting, because of course that's what you're going to do. But that's definitely where I want to start. My other thing that I want to do differently on this server, let's see if I can know what button clears that. That's the full-size map. That's not what I want. No, I'm going to ignore it for now. Ooh, nice. We'll open that up here in a second. Where's my pick that's almost dead? Actually, it's almost dead. I shouldn't use it. Something different. Another thing I thought of in order to differentiate. Oh, that was the wrong tool. I need an iron pick at least. To make this different from decidedly vanilla, because I don't want the two to overlap. That was my concern with Modesty, and Modesty was focused on exploration, and that was definitely a different focus than decidedly vanilla. So one of the client-side mods I have, and everyone else will have access to, is, I think it's called Schematica. But basically, if I want a shack, I don't have to sit there and try to build it and then see how I like it and tweak it and da-da-da-da-da. That'd be more of a building thing, which I don't do that often on Decidedly Vanilla, but if I was going to do it anywhere, Decidedly Vanilla is definitely kind of the place to do that. So instead for here, I can just find a schematic of something I like, import that, and then you still have to gather the materials and build them, but it lays it out for you. And then we can just kind of tweak how it looks. And I think doing this might also be a good opportunity to kind of feature some people's work out there in schematic land. I'm sure there's a good resource floating out there. If not, then I'll just find some build servers that happen to leave their world for download, and I can go make my own schematics from that. I wanted to add that there so it wasn't just floating. I like that it's connected to something. So where should we begin? Well, probably with Tinker's Construct, honestly. And the reason being is because when you first spawn in, that's the one mod that's nice enough to give you a book. Now, I know there's other mods that also do the same. I didn't mean to put that away. But in the case of our mod pack that we're using, it does not do that for any other mod, because this is the only mod we have that does that. I think I just talked in a circle. I'm trying to find my basic tools. So I know the basic stuff, but let's go through the book real quick and see if I missed anything. I'm going to need some food. That probably should be first priority. Uncommon treasure. What'd I get? Gold coin. I do not know. Oh, that's a weird bug. Yeah, and we might experience some weird bugs too, by the way, because this is 1.7.10. I haven't even set my map up here in the corner the way I like. I actually don't like it to show the mobs because I want to be surprised. I don't like it to show the caves because I want to feel like I'm discovering those on my own. That doesn't mean I'll have a problem with anyone using the map how they want. And there might be some configuration stuff that we need to tweak as time goes, but the mods are going to stay pretty consistent. I don't want to change them a bunch. I've already had some added that I ended up removing, and then I had to reset the world. Not that there was a lot of progress, but I don't want to do a whole lot of things that destroy progress. I also don't want to just run around and try to explore everything before everyone else does. I want to be respectful of other people's space. I thought I saw something here. This, though, this we want. This is a rubber tree, and we are going to need this. I'm kind of wondering if I should just chop it down now and get some saplings. I don't know. We'll leave it for now. First thing I'm going to need is a lot more wood. I'm also going to be very respectful of the environment here, trying to do everything in a nice way, or at least not a destructive way, and with the design of the environment or the biome whenever possible. There's another rubber tree. Okay, so they're not incredibly rare. I don't want to chop it down yet, though, because what I want to do is wait for saplings. And right now, it's nighttime. And I just saw a slime island. Let's go over and look at that. That is a Tinker's Construct thing. And up there are slime blocks and all sorts of slime things. And we will actually need those for one of the better bows. At least it used to be the better bow. Like I said, I don't know what all has changed. So the first place I found, right around here, is kind of where spawn is. And so the first thing I found was this little cave. And I was able to gather a few basic things, obviously. I have stone tools. And I just kind of carved a little bit out of what was a small little cave, a cove, a clove, something. And I thought it'd be neat to have this little entrance. And I used wood because stone right now is still incredibly precious to me, which is hilarious. And I know that I mentioned food, and I know you all saw the berry bushes out there. So I am a bad person because I was not paying attention. So let's look through the book together here. And should I start to cook any of these things? There's copper, there's copper. We're going to have some different kinds of copper. I don't know if there's a way to make industrial craft when it spawns copper to spawn this copper, for example. But it should all be interchangeable, so none of that should matter. I do have a mod that lets me modify recipes, so it would be very easy for me to make it so any ore that you process ends up being the same. Man, those skeletons. Okay, so this is the first book you get. Already I'm noticing armor modifiers. That is new. Getting started. This is going to talk about blank patterns. We're going to need a ton of wood, and we're going to have to make a few basic stuff. We need a lot of patterns, a stencil table, a part crafter, and a pattern chest. The pattern chest is optional, but it's beneficial. Tool station, which lets us put together the components. And once we get enough materials, we can make a tool forge, which gives us access to advanced stuff. We also have a drying rack. Oh yeah, there's drying racks in here. So we could be out there killing zombies, getting their flesh, and eating that. Or berry bushes, slime channels. Slime channels are used for moving items or entities around. Are these new? Yeah, these are new to me. So maybe we'll do some experimentation with that. A bounce pad, a punji stick, traps, blockades. Oh, nice. So we can protect our home. And this is what we're going to need to get a lot of right at the beginning, the grout. And then we can start building our stuff. If you ever find yourself without this book, we can make it. And then you can upgrade it to the next one. But I think also by doing certain things in these books, you get the next one automatically. Tinker table, night vision. Carrots and juice are not good for your eyes, but your goggles as well. So there's some extra materials we can make here using a tinker table. Ninja. I think these are things we can add to our armor. Stealth. Featherfall. These look like they're single use though. So that's interesting. Water walk. Lead boots. Oh yes, iron boots. Prevents you from swimming. That sounds horrible actually. Maybe single use just means you put it on the armor once. Putting redstone on my weapons makes it faster, so why don't I put it on my hands directly? Ooh, that sounds dangerous. But we should definitely try that too. Auto repair. Okay, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff. Double jump. Yeah, we're gonna have to look at some of those armor mods. That's interesting. Alright, this is more of a introduction, I suppose. I could cut away here, but there's not a whole ton of time left. That is not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Well, I just want... How many drying racks does that give me? 2? Okay, I want at least 4. We'll get these laid out. Let's see if we can go find ourselves some zombies that want to try to tango with me. We are playing on normal difficulty. The only real thing I want to watch out for is creepers. Skeletons can wreck me probably pretty easily. But, oh my gosh. Come on, where's the zombies? But they're not going to destroy the land. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's just so beautifully lit up. I wonder if that's some kind of different special... Ah! Yep. Ow. There we go. Jerkface McJerkle. Oops, that's not what I meant. There, that looks natural, right? Except for this. Oh. Let's get some zombies. Oh, hello, Enderman. Oh, hello, Creeper. Hello, sheep, for which I do not have a shear. Yeah, I know. That was cheap. Ooh, a witch? Yeah, I don't want to be down here. I already don't want to be down here. There's all sorts of holes on this beach. There is... There. Come here. Always come over to the left, don't you? No, I was wrong. Ugh, I had cover and then I did not. Oh my gosh, there's all the sheep. Well, this is good. This means as soon as I get 2 iron, I can make a bed. Oh, good. Here we go. Who's ever said, oh, good, when they discovered zombies? Okay, I'm having some frame drops there. I apologize. I think that's going to happen just a little bit from time to time as we slowly load in this world. It is a brand new world. Like I mentioned before, I did cut down some of the mods that I originally had. And that was just to... One, I didn't really like the feeling that they add. And 2, I just want to make this whole mod pack as efficient as possible. As a matter of fact, we got a few add-ons that we might consider removing. Oh gosh, please. Please just die. Just to make it so a greater amount of people can enjoy this if they so desire. Oh gosh! Oh, I'm starving. Okay, this is the point where we eat the spider eye, which is stupid because it poisons you, but then you don't die from starvation. That's all I got? That is all I got? Oh, that's no good. I hear another zombie out there. Oh, we got a brain. We can hang that up. It doesn't do anything, but it looks gross. Oh, I need some iron. So before we come back with next week's episode, I will have some basic stuff put together and more of a plan of what we're gonna work on together. If I go out there right now, I'm just gonna die. There's no way around it. But yeah, I plan on trying to do things unique and interesting in this series, and with the server mates that are able to join us. And it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I spent a few hours, well, more than a few hours, but definitely at least a few hours trying to get things just right and tested and put together. Let's say I spent a few hours during a few different days. And I like how it's together. I like everything so far that we got set up. But that'll be it for this episode. More of an introduction episode than ever, but we got to see some of the beautiful landscape around here and a small introduction of what you might expect. But that'll be it for this episode. I'm pretty sure I've already said that. This has been bRanN. I will see you next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.